So hello and welcome to Mixologist, the place on the internet thingy where classic parts get butchered, but all in the name of higher performance. So case in point, this I'm preparing the base plates for the 6-pack set of carbs, Chrysler 6-pack set of carbs. And what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a modification so that this set is going to flow some more at wide open throttle than the standard set. Okay, so here's the plan. Obviously the center carb base plate has been done, and as you can see, this base plate hasn't been modified in any way. It's just a standard base, and that's it. I don't want to make any modifications to this, because the big modifications are gonna come on this base plate. So as you can see, this shaft, if I compare this is obviously the original throttle plate and the shaft. As you can see, you know, the cross-sectional area here is quite big, so it's quite thick. So what I am going to do is I've got this set of stainless steel throttle plates that I had kind of lying around. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cut the top end of the shaft, and I'm going to put the new stainless steel throttle plates, and you can see there, hopefully they're going to be considerably thinner. So that would allow a lot more flow at wide open throttle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of them, and I'm going to show you side by side what it will be like with a standard one and one of these shafts with the stainless steel. So as I said I was going to do, I was going to get kind of one-on-one for comparison. So this is the one with the stainless steel throttle plate, like so. Obviously I need to do the other side. And here's one with the original throttle plate, like this. So let's put them side by side to compare the effect of what they would be like at wide open throttle. And you can clearly see it there, because this one, which is the original, has much more cross-sectional area across here and on the plate than this one. So therefore the effect that this is going to have is, obviously at closed throttle there'll be no effect, and at mid-range throttle probably it's going to be the same. However, once this achieves full throttle, the modified plate is going to flow considerably more than the standard plate, because all of this area here and the thicker throttle plate is acting as a restriction to flow. So therefore, once you give it the full bananas on this one, you're gonna get an absolutely insane amount of flow here. So this is looking good. Let me do the other one and put them all together and start building them up. One thing I need to do before installing the new throttle plates is I want to make sure that the shafts are sealed, and therefore what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to put some strips of PTFE as a way of making a bushing for these units. Now this process, as you can see there, it can be a bit fiddly, so you need to sometimes help it along with a sharp edge like that, like so, until it's nearly there. There we go. Then we back off a little bit and goes in. There we go, and like so, and that's it, it's in. And now I'm going to do it here at the front as well, so that both sides of the shaft are covered with a PTFE bush, so as to make sure that that there's no leakage on the shafts, and therefore the performance is going to be, you know, adequate. So this brings us to the end of this episode, and what we managed to do in this episode is we managed to modify this throttle plate so they are going to have considerably more flow. And look at this. They obviously, what you need to check with this plates is that the throttle is really, it's very free. I'm not making any, not have to force anything, because obviously this is operated via this vacuum pod, which they are quite powerful anyway, but it's always good that this shafts obviously move freely, and you can do it just like that. Same thing with this one, just like this. This is kind of the right feel, and the primary is just a standard like primary carb. So we're going places with the 6-pack build. Now what I'm gonna start doing in the next episode is do the whole build out, because I have now most of the sub-components ready, which are the base plates, this, and the fuel bowls. So now it's just a question of putting everything together, but that will be in the next episode. So I want to say thank you very much for watching till here, and if you have any comments, just put it down in the comments and I'll try to respond as soon as I can. But I will see you in the next episode.